on to the mayor's report. Before Mayor Berholtzer left, he did not read tonight's announcement, so briefly, November 15th, the Board of Appeals meeting has been canceled. On November 24th and 25th, Thanksgiving holiday, all city offices will be closed except for emergency services. November 26th, the recycling center will be closed. Also on November 26th, we will have the annual Christmas tree lighting here in Snellville, sponsored by STAT from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the town green. On November 27th, you can watch a video rebroadcast of this council meeting on Comcast Channel 25 at 6:30. On November 28th is a scheduled council meeting and work session at 6:30 and 7:30. And the November 29th Planning Commission meeting has been canceled. For my report, I first of all would like to thank several people here in the audience tonight. I'd like to thank my parents who put up with me for the past 2 months, and my dad who works with me in my office was always there for everything I needed. I'd like to thank my boyfriend Rob who probably had to go home because he wasn't dressed appropriately tonight, but thank for him for putting up with me. His cholesterol's probably through the roof because I've made him eat fast food for the past 2 months. I haven't been cooking. But most importantly, I want to thank all the supporters and for all of you being here tonight. I've been saying for months now that I have the hardest working supporters in the city, and I'm not just saying that, I really do. So many people from so many different groups have come out to support me during this time, during this election, and tonight. And as I said in my acceptance speech at Provino's, I didn't win the mayor's race. We all won. It was through all of our hard work. There wasn't a single person whose help I could have done without. And so thank all of you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done over these past 2 months. I also want to thank the citizens of Snellville. This was almost a record turnout. We had almost 3,000 people vote in this election, and although that's not great for voter turnout, it is great compared to some of the previous elections. So thank you to everyone who has come out to vote. I'd also like to thank Ms. Bender, who I see in the audience, for being a great candidate and for all of her service to the community. And I hope that despite the results of what happened, I hope that she continues to serve our community, and I know she will continue to be a great volunteer on the different organizations she serves on. So thank you for all of your service to our community. Now that the election is behind us, I plan to go forward representing all of Snellville. I know there's been talks on blogs and websites and different things, but I believe that we need to unite Snellville as a whole. We all sitting up here on the bench need to represent everyone, not one side or the other. We need to represent the Caucasian population, the African Americans, the Hispanic, the Middle Easterns, the Republicans, the Democrats, the old and the new. We need to come together as a city, as a whole, to make this the community that we all know can be great. We've done a lot of work in these past couple months, but we still have a lot of work ahead. And so I'm still going to be calling on all of my supporters to come out and volunteer and to see us make our accomplishments. I want to congratulate my fellow council members that have been elected. I'm excited to hear about your plans that you've presented to the city tonight. And I also have an agenda that we've already started working on in these past 3 days. We've reached out to those in our community. We've reached out to our representatives and our state senators, to our members at GMA, to our city manager, to our chairman of the board of commissioners, and we've met with Mayor Oberholtzer to work on a transition, because I think it's important that we use the knowledge that he's had over the past 11 years to help guide us in the future. So we have gotten to work in this short period of time, and we've laid out some short-term goals. We're going to bring artwork finally to City Hall. We're going to have an opening of a new mayor's office so that we will be accessible to all of the people here in Snellville. We're going to work on some economic development, establish an economic development committee, and also working with the local high schools to establish student roundtables of advisors. And those will be things that you can see in the next 6 weeks or so. In the long term, I plan on working on economic development incentives, parking, creating park space with the passive park on Oak Road, and hopefully establishing more green space in the city, resolving this service delivery strategy, and putting sidewalks finally down Highway 78 to South Gwinnett High School. So thank all of you for coming out here tonight. Thank you to Bill Rhodes Bakery. They've provided cakes across the hallway in the community center, so please join us for coffee and cake after the meeting. And with that, we'll open it to any public comment. Seeing none, Chair will entertain a excuse me. Please state your name and address for the record.